Iran, Mahsa Aminis CT scan shows skull fractures caused by severe blows.
Here's a summary of the article.
The skull CT scan of Mahsa Amini, the Iranian woman who died in religious police custody, shows bone fracture, hemorrhage and brain edema, Iran International has learned. The medical documents and dozens of exclusive images sent to Iran International by a hacktivist group vividly show a skull fracture on the right side of her head caused by a severe trauma to the skull, which corroborate earlier accounts by her family and doctors about her being hit several times on the head, proving that the Iranian police's claim that she suffered a heart attack was untrue. Images of her chest show bilateral diffuse alveolar hemorrhage and damage due to aspiration pneumonia, secretion retention and superimposed infection. Doctors say the results are compatible with acute respiratory distress syndrome due to brain trauma. The 22-year-old woman's death in custody by the hijab police has led to indignation among Iranians and several anti-regime protests in different cities. A source from the hospital where she died told Iran International on Saturday that her brain tissue was crushed after multiple blows to the head, adding that Amani was taken to Kasra Hospital in capital Tehran while she was not responsive and brain dead. The source added that her lungs were filled with blood when she was transferred to the hospital and it was clear that she could not be revived. This source emphasized that Mahsa's condition was such that she could not be saved nor was surgery possible because her brain tissue was seriously damaged and it was clear that the patient was not injured by a single punch and must have received many blows to her head.
This post received a score of 22,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
They tried to blame it on long-term ill health, then a heart attack. The autopsy report has not been released to the parents, but was leaked or hacked, as per the article.
Yeah, I heard some Iranian official on BBC acting like they did nothing wrong. She died of an unrelated health issue, and shaming Western media for suggesting the government was involved with her death. Edit. It was not an Iranian official, it was Said Mohammad Marandi, professor of English literature and Orientalism at the University of Tehran.
I heard that same interview. They were blaming it all on her and saying the entire thing was blown out of proportion. They hung up on him. XD.
What do you mean they hung on him?
Technically forgot a word. They hung up on the guy. He was professor who was talking was going on and on about how it was lie, and it was the West making it up. And the host of the show and just hung the line and went, moving on then.
That's the right move. If someone is going to blatantly lie, you don't need to give them a platform.
I just want to add that they need to be called out, to their face, in front of the public at large. It's great what they did, but it would be even more potent to simply state, you are a liar, and then hang up on them. This needs to be done to every blatant liar out there anytime they try this bullshit. It will stop them and make the rest think twice before lying. We need to start holding people personally responsible for their own actions again.
You're clearly not British. That was savage.
Anyone have a link to this interview? I am intrigued.
Bastards took her life days before her birthday. We Iranians will never forget her name, and when these animals and their regime fall, she and brave Iranians like her will always be remembered for making life better for children of these lands. We have not forgotten Neda Agha Sultan either, and countless others.
They tried to lie about Nida's death, too. They lied that the video was doctored, then they lied that her fellow protesters killed her, then they lied that Western intelligence agents killed her. All this regime does is lie. It's so hypocritical of them. If it is moral to beat and or kill someone for a moral transgression, then shouldn't they own it? The lies, deceit, cover-up, and finger-pointing is all indicative of them knowing that it's wrong. But somehow they think they still have the moral high ground.
And not to forget, Islam does follow the 10 Commandments. The regime seems hell-bent on breaking as many of those laws as possible. It's too bad God isn't real or just never really had anything to do with our planet in the first place.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.